Alright guys, we're going to take a look at Blogger.com today. Most of you probably will be familiar, you should be familiar at least, with Blogger.com. It's what we're using for our class blogs. That's what page I'm on right now, Williams Social Media Authoring Blog. By the way, judging from this page views, you guys need to check out my blog a little more. That's not very good over the last week or so. There are a lot of things to do with this site. Let me go through some figures for you first before we get started into it. Right now, according to the Alexa rankings, Blogger.com is 47th in the world. It's fairly popular in the United States. We're looking at about number 64, but it's mostly popular in the Middle East. Malaysia, Sri Lanka, it's number 9. India, it's number 15. There are a ton of the smaller countries where people are using it. So this is a incredibly popular website in terms of blogging over in the Middle East. Not to say that American users don't use it, but that's not primarily where the traffic comes from. 20% of the views to this page are bounces, meaning people click one time and that's it. Another interesting fact is that people spend between 13 and 14 minutes on the site on average, which says to me two things. Number one, they're coming here to create original content, which is one of the main purposes of the blog. That's one of the reasons why people like this blog, is because, frankly, it's very easy to use and it's easily adaptable and customizable for your own needs and your own wants in terms of your blogging experience. And number two, they come to read somebody else's blog. So you come read a blog post, and that's it. About a fifth of the time, or 20% of the time, that's the case. Currently, the demographics look something like this. 18 to 24-year-old women outnumber every other demographic by a large number. Normally, people still in school, maybe with a lot more time on their hands to blog. People who are younger and a little more tech savvy as well get a chance to use this site a little bit more. There are a lot of different things. We're going to go down this toolbar down the side here. We'll take a look at the posts. As you can see, a list of posts that I've gotten. It's easy to click on. You can click on my profile here and be able to go and look at some more specifics, but at the end of the day, I love this drop-down menu here, edit, view, share, and delete. You can do all that from right here. You don't actually have to go into the blog to be able to, or the blog post rather, to be able to customize that blog or to change something in it. We'll just click on it real quick just to see how it looks. I know you guys already know a lot about this, but here it is. This is one of the posts I made a couple of weeks ago. As you can see, not a whole lot to it from this viewpoint. Then if you preview, I like this too, this ability to preview as it works here. You can see it in a number of different formats. You can look at your blog in different ways. This is one of the key things that people mention when they're reviewing Blogger.com, is some of the reasons. Snapshot obviously didn't work there, but then you look at sidebar, you see it right down the left side there. Mosaic as well is one of the cool ones where you can look at comments and you can allow different key portions of your blog post to stand out so that people get a little bit different view. Magazine as well. I like this one. I love reading magazines, and so I like seeing my my blog posts as magazine layout as well. And then flip cards. I don't like this one as much. You can sort them in different ways right here as well. And then you go back to the classic view also. So a very interesting way to go about it. All right, as we go back to the blog here, we'll take a look at some of this stuff. We'll go ahead and close this out. Let's look at comments for a second. It's interesting how these comments are organized like this. You can see where people commented there on the right side, who commented, and then be able to read it. And not only that, but you can see exactly where they came from. The second one from Raven was on Making Media Stick. I can go and look at it. If somebody says, hey, you're missing a paragraph here, you're missing your grammar's all off, or some kind of interesting comment like that, where you can maybe change the very nature of your blog. It makes it very easy to navigate once again to either remove the comment if you find it distasteful, or if you find it unrelated, you can delete the comment. You can mark it as spam. There's a separate folder for that on the side. So I really like that in terms of not only the plethora of options there at the top where you can do pretty much anything, but also the way that it drops down there below each post. Let's go down to stats here. Some of the stats from my blog. Obviously, page views, because it's a class thing, are not going to be super high. All-time history, 348 views. I'll take that. I'm not minding that at all. And frankly, the fact that this has any color at all right here in China is huge. I love that. Absolutely love that. The people in China read my blog. That was when I looked at it for the first time, that was incredibly positive for me. It really uplifted me. You can look at audience statistics, 2 in China, 21 in the United States. You can look at browsers and operating systems. Man, this bit of information is really, really interesting to me. Traffic sources, there's nothing on that, but as the blog gets traffic, you can look at URLs and sites and keywords that are key in terms of people trying to find your blog. In terms of each post, you can look at the page views, the recent page views, and then that tracks as well over time. Let's take a look at earnings. Let's see how this works out. Now, this is very interesting. You've got this video down here, how to make money on Blogger. You've got a tutorial. Somebody's going to walk you through it. Very interesting. There's a lot of good tips in there, and it doesn't take too long to go through that. You can use, as it says, one or both of their free advertising programs. You've got AdSense. You can get ads targeted to the content. Affiliate ads also. And then, once again, when you watch that video and look at some of the ways that it's implemented, you're able to better understand how to monetize a blog. This is one of the cool things about Blogger because it is a free service that you can make money off of. It's an easy money-making venture for people who can get more traffic to their blog. For instance, people maybe with a lot of Twitter followers, maybe a business that wants to maybe get some of their employees, some of their front office, some of their higher-ups maybe to communicate more with workers. You can do it that way and corporatize it a little bit, make a little money for your business, and then in turn you can communicate with people who frequent your business, customers or maybe investors or somebody like that, and that makes it a really profitable enterprise as well. In terms of template, you can change how it looks. There's so many different views. I like plain Jane, so I'm going to stick with plain Jane, but as you can see, a laundry list of ways that this can appear. You've got classic templates, you've got more dynamic ones. You can edit it directly from there. You can see what's live on your blog. You can see the mobile look. That's a really cool aspect of things. And in terms of layout too, we'll go on to that. You can add gadgets. You can do all kinds of things to make this blog really come to life and to allow people the opportunity to enjoy it more. So that's a little look around my blog, and as you can tell, a lot of things going on here. Frankly, this is an incredibly popular site. Almost all positive reviews in terms of things that I saw and read about it. Again, young ladies are the ones that normally use this, but as a young male, I also will continue to use this service because of the different features it provides in a way that it allows me to get my name out there just a little bit. Obviously, I'm reaching to China, so that's a positive thing. Thanks for listening. I hope you all have a great afternoon.